Welcome back to the channel and welcome to my garage. Today we're going to take a look at a little upgrade that we're going to do to our pickup. We are filming indoors in the heated garage. I hope you're not getting too much of the furnace noise running, as it is running to keep it nice and comfortable in here on a blistery Canadian winter day. But the upgrade we're looking at is a fog light kit for a 2015 to 2019 GMC Sierra Chevy Silverado 2500 HD series pickup. Now, if you're lucky enough you bought one of the upper end units, you may have had the fog lights already on your truck. If you don't have them, then you have a couple of options. You can actually go to GM and they have a factory kit that you can purchase with the original OEM fog lights. And in that kit, you're also going to get the dash switch, which includes the push button, which you won't have right now. So you'll actually swap the switches out and have it all factory. And that's a nice little touch. However, you're going to be spending $300 to $500, $300 to $400 US, $400 to $500 Canadian, plus the install, and you'll need to take it to your dealer to have the BCM or the computer programmed to recognize the switch and the fog lights. However, if you're looking that you want the fog lights and you don't want to go that route, there are a couple of kits out there. We've picked ours up on Amazon. It's from Buona Lamps, and the kit runs you about $60, $70 US, or approximately $80 to $90 Canadian, with import and duty fees already included. What's nice, and I'll show you this kit, is what's nice is you actually get the full housing with the lamp, and we'll put this down, and you get a harness, so that if you don't want to have to go to your dealer, they do provide the harness. So you have your connectors for both of the lights. The harness will then run down and run to a connection for a relay, and they include the relay. It's a 40 amp relay. You will also get in the harness the 15 amp fuse, and then of course your connector to connect to your power as well as your ground. With the harness, as I mentioned, there's the relay. You will also get a switch that you'll mount on your dash, and they made it easy. It has 3M tape on the back that you can just sticky that to the dash, and there's two little LED lights here for on and off. Run that through your firewall, up into your dash, and you're good. No programming of your computer. And it's a very inexpensive option. Now, I am going to mention, because it's not included in the kit, you are going to need the ADA circuit. Likely you're going to need the Micro 2s like these are, so you're going to want to buy one or place an order from Amazon for these as well, or just pick them up at your local parts store, because with that kit you're going to need to tap into one of your fuses that is going to be set to the circuit on the key on, right? There's going to be several of them, so that when you turn your key on, you'll now be able to have power through that relay to your front fog lights, and when you turn the key off, it'll kill power to the fog lights, so you don't have to worry that you've left them on, walked away behind the truck and didn't realize they're on, and come back and your battery's dead. So you're going to need that. Now, we're actually going to take a different approach. We're going to use this harness, but we're not going to use all of it. Our 2019 series is set up with the factory auxiliary switch. There is a kit you can buy, take a look online, that you can put it in aftermarket. This truck was ordered from the factory with the auxiliary switches. And those switches are set up so that you can run things like exterior lights and light bars if you're plowing your flashing light. Because this is already in this truck, when you get those switches, there's a fuse, a special connector panel down below the seat. And then there are, then up into the fuse box, you have a relay and already a fuse there, so you don't need the relay here. We're going to tie it into the factory auxiliary switches, and I'll post a picture here while I'm talking, just likely up to the side, so that you can see what the switches look like. The aftermarket switches are a little different, and that will allow us now to have our fog lights without having to utilize this little switch sitting somewhere on our dash. We'll be able to utilize it with the actual push button that is in the truck, giving it a custom look and using what's already on here, because we have 4 auxiliary switches that are not being used at this time. I will bring you during an additional video. We wanted to just show you what the fog kit was like, but in an additional video, I'll show you the front of the truck, we'll show you where these can be mounted, and we'll do a whole video on the installation for you. So if you're looking to do this upgrade, very straightforward, very simple. I guess I should also cover the lights come with a 5202 PS24W halogen bulb. So they're coming with halogens rather than a traditional incandescent, so it should throw some pretty decent light. We are actually going to change, or I should say I am going to change, and we're going to go a different route. We actually have some C-Light LEDs. This is their Force Series 5202 replacement bulbs. And what happens is you actually get an LED light with the heat sink. Some of them will have fans on the back. And do your research. There's plus and minuses. When I purchased these, I like the idea of the heat sink because these are for fog lights and they're sitting up front, which means if you're driving in the rain, you're driving in snow, dirty conditions. I've heard some things about the ones with the fan because your light connects here. And actually we'll show you right on this because I have one already installed. So this is what it will look like installed, but you'll see the heat sink sits out the back. What I would be a little bit concerned about, because this is sitting very low, right on the back of your bumper, it is exposed to wind and rain coming up. If there was a fan in there, I would be a little concerned about dust, dirt, all getting into that mechanism and eventually seizing the fan. Where with the heat sink, yes, it can get dirty, but there's no moving parts. So with the air that's blowing by and that heat sink pulling the heat from the back of the LED, it should keep it cool enough and we should get more light. Now we'll try to splice in here in the video a picture of what the halogen versus the LED looks like so you can see from brightness. Anyways, I hope you found this helpful. I'll post a link to these lights in the description of the video in case you are interested in purchasing a set. We don't make anything. We were not sent these. We've actually bought them and paid for them ourselves. But I'll put the link there to make it a little easy because it doesn't always pop up in the searches for some reason. Anyways, hope you liked the video. If you do, please click the like button, hit the subscribe. We'd love to see you back. Also, check out our other videos while you're here, and you just make sure you live life to the fullest every day. Take care.